Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Yes, welcome back to the Kop TV. We're still elated here as we get the camera angle right. We're still elated here. We're still reacting to Liverpool going top of the league, at least for a little bit. Remember, like this video, smash it. There's no reason for you not to. Smash that like DIVOCK just smashed the back of the net and sent us to the top of the table. Obviously, if you're new here, give us a subscription if you haven't before. I'm here with the D-Man Doyle. We've just watched an unbelievable game of football and we're back again for player ratings. Let's waste no time and get straight into this one, Doyle. As we said, if that goal did not go in, these ratings might have been a bit more, what's the word?
What do you mean worse?
Worse, yeah. We'll just say worse.
That's how exciting
it would have been worse.
Can't even make sense.
The vocabulary's gone.
Yeah.
No, it would have been a lot worse. Luckily, it didn't, so I guess they won't be. They'll be a bit kinder. Alisson in goal. Again, it's another clean sheet, bro. And when a keeper and a defence gets a clean sheet, their numbers really can't be lower than 7.5.
He didn't really have any chances to face, but what he did, he dealt with it well. All the corners and stuff, he was fine on. 8, 9. What am I talking about? 9.
JB here says we had 17 attempts, 5 on target, 3 attempts by Wolves and 1 on target. I think that was it was actually, was it the shot? Was that offside? I'm trying to think of the shot.
There was so many offside chances that they had. It was ridiculous. Even I think the linesman towards the end of the game knew that he was taking too long, so he was doing it earlier.
Yeah, because they had a few chances. And what happens sometimes, Doyle, if a team's not playing well and then they get a half chance and they have that chance, the crowd gets up, but it was offside. That could actually count against you, couldn't it? Because it gets them up.
Yeah, momentum, isn't
it? Yeah, it's true. I was going to say the defence. I mean, we look at the defenders now as attackers, really, the fullbacks anyway. They didn't get any assists, a bit inconsistent with the crosses. But let's talk about the actual central defenders.
I would say
didn't step a foot wrong apart from that Van Dijk error.
I would say that the fullbacks did everything that they could. Actually, I think Trent put one right on Jota's head for him to score that.
Yeah.
And Robbo put one right to Salah, and he never scored that. Lads, you know what I mean? I think they both put in a goal-scoring cross each, and it just never went in. I think the two centre backs, particularly Matip, were good. Matip was fantastic. For me, it's a joint man of the match between him and Thiago. To be quite honest with you, I can't pick between the two. But Virgil, and weird as it sounds, seems to took a back role to Matip today. It was like he was like, you know what? I'm not having the most confident game of my life, so what I'm going to do is let you take the reins today, Matip, and I'll do the covering. And it was, you could see that's what type of game it was today. It was like we were a bit jittery, but we still kept a good solid back line. They only had like 3 shots. They had 3 shots in the end. Most of the chances that they had were offside. So I think the defence done really well. And I'd say straight up, Matip gets a 9.5 for me.
What are we saying Alisson got to start with? 8?
A 9.
A 9, yeah? Yeah, definitely. I'll give him a 9.
I'd say Matip gets a 9.5 because wow, what a performance from him today. Everything, he was winning all his duels. He was weirdly doing these mad dribbles up the pitch, driving the ball. He was keeping the back line. He was doing the offside trap really well. Like, everything was spot on. So for me, 9.5 for him, and then Virgil will get an 8.5. And then
made that one mistake, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He thought he could beat Traore in a race almost. I don't know.
Yeah. One thing I have to add before we get on to the fullbacks. Yes, very high scores so far, but the amount of times they're offside, I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's us being unbelievable at basically being able to, consistently deliver you an offside trap. We didn't budge that free kick that they had where it looked like they were all in. No, there's about 4 of them offside. Yeah. We're so rigid in that line, and you have to give a lot of credit to the whole defence. As a pair, I'd say maybe 7.5 each for Robbo and Trent.
Yeah, I'd say 8 even. I think they've got everything they could.
Let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree with the wing backs. JB has gone both Robbo and Trent get a 7, so a little bit lower. Van Dijk on 7 and Matip an 8. Matip was Matip in part, said Bailey. A bit harsh. Laugh Entertainment said wish Jota scored on his birthday. And by the way, about Jota, we've just ordered some food here, and look what the rider's name is. It's Diogo. Diogo, spelled exactly the same. Unbelievable. Trying to find it, but yeah, anyway. I like Diogo, and there is food en route. But yeah, high scores all round then. Let's get into the midfield again. Another time where Fabinho and Thiago play together don't lose the game, win it in fact. I think that's 19 where they play together, or 16 when they play together. Haven't lost the game in the Premier League so far. What would you give them? Both finished the game.
I'm midfield today, lad. Really well. Thiago, not big fan of Thiago, lad. He literally was the soul of the team today. He would get taking everything from the back line. He's playing in between the lines. He was calm and composed, and everybody elevated their game because he was elevating their game. I said that when we were watching it. He was just seemed to have eyes all over the pitch. He knows his vision of the map of the pitch is just insane. He knows exactly where his player's going to be. He can drive the ball, and watching him play football is just it's insane. It's like an experience. Watching him,
the backspin and the pass that he gave to Salah in the first half on his chest.
He's done it a few times as well. He done one to Trent, which was like across the pitch. He switched it. It just landed perfectly at his feet. Everything was just spot on from him today, lad.
Unbelievable all round from Thiago. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. 9.5 sounds about right. And we're seeing consistently now 4, 5, 6 games where he is head and shoulders maybe the best midfielder on the pitch at least. Fabinho, I'd give her 8. A couple of times where he maybe lost the ball a bit too easily in terms of not being able to keep it on or a loose pass. However, the destroyer as normal, 70% of the time he was brilliant today, so he gets an 8. And then Henderson came off, which we didn't think was the right thing to do. But then obviously him coming off meant that DIVOCK really came on and scored the winner. So Hendo again played well today, led the line, quick passing, nice punchy stuff. Give him an 8, I think that's fair. And then the wide lads in Salah and Mane, we've had a couple of comments saying maybe under par a little bit today, those two. What would you give Mane? Just come and say it, bro.
Mane is 7, yeah. And
Anyway, we're back. So say it again.
I'd give Mane a 7 and Salah 7.5 because
With the assist.
yeah. And then I'd give DIVOCK a great big 10.
I'm sure he'll take that. DIVOCK gets 10 out of 10. I mean, he has to really. We're joking and laughing, but if you come on as a super sub and score it with your maybe only touch of the ball, or very few anyway, maybe less than 5 touches on the ball, then yeah, I'd say you do deserve a 10 because you single-handedly, with that piece of skill and composure, has put us top of the league. So how can you grumble at that? There's nothing to be shouting bad things about DIVOCK today. Unbelievable performance. He gets a 10. Diogo Jota on his birthday against his old club.
On his birthday. Today was his birthday.
What would you give him?
All lads missed 2 sitters on his birthday. Give him a 6, lad.
6.
And that's generous.
Really?
He played well up until his finishing, and his finishing was garbage. And I say garbage, he's usually everything that he kicks goes in. So that's his standards.
It's very high.
Yeah, he's an incredible player. So to see him miss them 2 chances today was bizarre.
How bizarre?
How bizarre. But I've got to give him a 6 for that performance. And happy birthday, Jota, lad. Sorry that you didn't have the best game in the world, lads. But
yeah, do you know what? They're agreeing with you. Bailey19 says Jota 6. Esther says Jota 6.
Hiya, Bailey, mate.
Obviously, Mohammed El Feki says he's still happy with the win. Bailey says when Origi leaves the club, it will be a sad day. Marshall wants to give Origi a 12. He also says Jota gets a 6. Alex, do you reckon City will drop points? I'm praying that they do. Is there an argument, though, to say, and we're about to watch the City game now, is there an argument to say, well, Watford have taken points off of United? Obviously, they're a long way away from City. But if they can do it against United and, you know, they beat Everton away, can they conjure up maybe a draw at best against City? Is that the best result they can hope for?
No, I don't see that. We played them on a day like that and beat them 5-0, lad. And I can see that happening. City are a fantastic football team. Let's not forget this. They break teams down. No matter what style of football they've got, they can break it down, really. So, don't really see Watford putting up much of fights against these lads, City lads. But
well, JB says Jota will be playing his handheld Nintendo Switch on the bus back to Liverpool. Oh, he has actually got one of them. I think that was what his celebration was about last week. But Watford Man City has now begun. Let's just quickly run through the table. So I want to see how it looks. And the other results today, Newcastle finally get their first Premier League win of the season. Callum Wilson scoring on 40 minutes. He always gets goals. West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. Unbelievable shift there. And the goal that actually won it, I mean, how would you say there was maybe 2 mistakes by Mendy in this game that cost them that?
That's what he cost them the game.
2.
The penalty that he gave away, and then he didn't read that he was going to the ball was going to go there. And he got a proper answer as well. So he's usually a great goalkeeper. He just had a stinker today, hasn't he? Jota did too, so there you go.
Well, it happens to the best of them. They are human. Obviously, Southampton have drawn at home to Brighton, who again, Neil Maupay in the 98th minute has equalised for Brighton in the second game in a row. He scored that overhead kick last time out at West Ham to give them the 1-1 draw. Unbelievably late show there at St Mary's. And now obviously Watford are playing Man City right now. Tomorrow, which games is it tomorrow? I don't think.
A lot of 1-0s today, mate.
Yeah, a lot of 1-0s. Very close stuff. You couldn't call it really.
Chelsea have started their weekend awfully late.
Some big games tomorrow. Leeds, Brentford, Tottenham, Norwich, United versus Palace, Ralph's first game home, and Villa, Leicester, Gerrard versus Rodgers.
Yeah, that'd be a good
managers.
That'll be funny to watch that.
Unbelievable.
Imagine Gerrard beats him, lad. He's like, I've only been doing this for 5 minutes, lad, and better.
Satan Hale here, he says, still don't know why the boss took Hendo out. He brought DIVOCK on, and DIVOCK scored the winning goal. So that's why he did it. And we can say that now because it happened. But I think even if to question that is saying, why is he bringing on an attacking player when we need a goal? Obviously, you're going to bring on an attacking player when we need a goal. Come on.
I mean, it was a risky one. I definitely thought it was risky when he did it, but it turned out he was right to do it because the man he brought on got the winning goal, which is, oh my God.
Still can't get my head around how DIVOCK keeps coming clutch in these moments. JB says Villa is our next league game at the weekend in a week today, where Gerrard is coming back to Anfield.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we've got this win because it takes the pressure off, and there's no pressure whatsoever on Tuesday. We've already smashed the group, I should say. So really, we can play a really weak team on paper in the Champions League on Tuesday, and the big guns come back out on Saturday for Aston Villa at home, which is not going to be an easy game.
No, it's not. It's going to be sad to see Gerrard playing against us, but also quite fond memories.
What time is that game next week? I hope it's not 3 o'clock again, so it's not on TV.
It might be, I think it is.
But DIVOCK has just absolutely sent the Liverpool fans into delirium at Wolves. I'm just going to try and get a picture on the Instagram as soon as possible because that is going to pop off. But guys, thank you so much for getting involved in the instant match reaction, which was literally filmed less than maybe a minute after DIVOCK scored that goal. So scenes really. Still can't believe it. It still hasn't really set in now. And then big up again for joining us on the player ratings. Man of the matches.
Thiago Matip.
Again, Thiago Matip for me. Let us know in the comments if you agree with those. And like I said, we'll see you on Monday for some hot topics, myself and James, and we'll be announcing the new sponsor then too. Guys, enjoy your weekend. Watch match of the day. Drink it in. Liverpool on top of the Premier League again. We love to see it. All hail King DIVOCK Origi.
Yes, lad.